The silver lining of living in times like these is that during the big lockdown of 2020, it's given us a great excuse to binge Netflix. Now, I have many favourite Netflix original shows, too many to actually talk about, but in this video I thought I'd actually talk about my favourite storylines in the Netflix originals. At number 5 is Lucifer and the Goddess.
You know that everything I've done for us, for our family. You used me. Used Chloe. Me? What about your father? He created Chloe just to manipulate you.
Lucifer had so many brilliant storylines, and it's just a really perfect show. Unfortunately, I had to pick one. I was going to pick Eve and Lucifer because their romance was just so fucking roller coaster, it was unreal. But shortly after my nan died was when I watched the 3rd season of Lucifer, and it made me cry. It was the first thing that made me cry since my nan's funeral, so it kind of just helped me get through that hard time, literally with one song. At number 4, Hannah's Death.
Tony has amazing taste. The song's perfect.
Yeah.
Now, 13 Reasons Why has become a bit of a show. By that I mean it tackles certain subjects that you're just like, nope, nope, I'ma stop. But the way they portrayed Hannah's spiraling roller coaster that pushed her into suicide was the first time I've actually honestly seen it being portrayed in that way, as it actually feels. And again, this was something that made me cry and it helped me move on from a bad situation, so I'm glad that I got to watch it. At number 3, The Unholy Regalia.
Caliban, Prince of Hell.
How can you be Prince of Hell when I, who am Hell itself, know nothing of you?
Respectfully, my lord, Lucifer. We are in the middle of a quest for the 3 objects of the Unholy Regalia.
Yes, I'm quite aware, Beelzebub.
Infernal protocol must be followed. The contest must be seen to the end. Caliban and Sabrina have each found 1 item. Whoever finds the 3rd, Judas Iscariot's 30 pieces of silver, will sit upon the throne of hell. And not even you can interfere.
Sabrina is another one of those shows where you just, I don't know, you've just got to sit back and think, oh, okay, not today. Some of the storylines were just a bit like, But The Unholy Regalia, which was when Sabrina was challenged in finding the 3 most unholy items in human history. And it was just like, ooh, because it mentioned in it that even Satan himself looked for these things to destroy them because of the amount of power that they gave the holder. It was just insane, and it was, I just love the fact that something scared Lucifer himself. At number 2, Griffins and Gargoyles.
Kind of reminds me of like when we first started dating, remember? That's probably Ethel, right? Sorry, do you see that?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Run.
Let's all face it, Riverdale is a bit like that mad uncle at every wedding. You don't know what to say about it. You don't know how to warn people about it. You just have to witness it together. But one of my favourite storylines from Riverdale is the Griffins and Gargoyles, because up until that last episode, I didn't know what the hell was going on, and I honestly thought they were going to do a crossover with Sabrina. Turns out there's a different crossover with Sabrina. In Sabrina, they go to Riverdale. I think at the start of Riverdale, no, the start of season 2 of Riverdale, they go to Greendale, which is where Sabrina's set. But we're down now. I do hope there will be a crossover soon in the future. Netflix has cancelled all of its fucking movies and series productions so far, so let's see how the future goes for the Dales. Now, at number 1, this honestly nearly broke me. I was so close to a breakdown when I watched this, and I was just like, I needed that. I just needed that little something, and it was this. So at number 1, After Infinity.
What do you think happens when people walk through the door? It's the only thing in the universe I don't know.
I don't know either. The wave returns to the ocean. What the ocean does with the water after that is anyone's guess. But as a very wise, not robot once told me, the true joy is in the mystery.
The Good Place was such a good show, and I'm so heartbroken that it ended. And they just ended it in the most perfect way possible. I've never seen a better ending to a show, a more perfect ending to a show, and I honestly thank the writers and the actors for doing such a great job.